Why do we only celebrate greatest artists after they're gone? We celebrate Van Gogh, Basquiat, Frida Kahlo, but during their lives, many were misunderstood and even ignored. But today, many admire their works. But why did it take so long? And more importantly, are we repeating the same thing with the artists of today? Let's dive into it. Hi there, it's Sean here, and today in this video we're going to be talking about the reason why pioneers aren't recognized at their time and what it means for the artists of today, and if we're still stuck in this same cycle. From the Renaissance to the modern arts, history has seen countless of innovators, painters, sculptors, or musicians that have pushed the boundaries of their arts at the point of redefining creativity. But many of them were often not recognized or even understood only until after they have passed. Vincent van Gogh only sold one painting in his whole lifetime, and today his works are sold for hundreds of millions. What stops society from recognizing the arts in its time? And I remember I even talked about George Edgar, or on my channel, it's another artist who was doing pottery, and you can even check the video if you haven't seen it. He was also in the same case. Why is society recognizing the arts of these innovators only after they've passed? Now, the struggle of being ahead of your time. Would that be a reason for these artists that we're talking about here to be rejected and not recognized at their time? To be an innovator, that means being somebody who creates something new that people haven't seen before, that they're not yet able to understand. And the human tendency is to resist change. And if you're coming up with something that they haven't seen before and that they're not used to, they can probably ignore or resist the change that you're bringing to them. And that will be probably the reason why many artists were just found misunderstood, because their art was controversial or even not really fitting in with the trends of their era. That will probably be the reason. But what happens when the world finally catches up with the arts of these artists? They become celebrated masterpieces and they become admired by people. But for the artists themselves, that recognition often comes late, that like way too late, that they even end up disappeared. Out of this world, gone. And fast forward, today we are in a digital era where platforms such as Instagram, YouTube, or even NFTs have pushed and increased the visibility of many artists. You might think that I've changed the pattern, right? But yet, there are still many pioneering artists out there that are still facing the same journey of being misunderstood or even underappreciated while alive. I'm wondering, are we destined to repeat the cycle? Will we recognize today's trailblazers or pioneer only after they're gone? Or are we learning from the past and appreciate these true talents while they're still with us? Now, are we able to break the cycle? And how can we break the cycle of this that became like a kind of curse on artists for a long time? Maybe it will be the moment, the time for us to change the narrative. Instead of waiting for history to validate the work of these artists, we could probably change our mind and publish their works, admire their works, and appreciate it, even buy their pieces while they're still alive, and even share them. After all, art is meant to be experienced, to be understood, and to be admired. We can do that with our artists while they're still alive, instead of waiting until the moment is not there for them to even be experiencing that. So take a moment to recognize the artists that are pushing their boundaries today before it's too late. If history has taught us something, that'll be this: greatest art doesn't always fit neatly into the present, but that doesn't mean that we can't appreciate this art while it's still being made. Well, that'll be all for me today. I just had this concern that I needed to bring on my channel, and yeah, that was Sean. Thank you for watching and see you next time.